It's right there.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Hey, Facebook Live. It is the Bachelor Pad. It is the Bachelor Pad minus Nick. It is the co-ed Bachelor Pad at this point. It's Jake and Aaliyah. It is the extremely crabby. I almost slept, I almost stayed awake for a complete 24 hours, Aaliyah. And no Matt or Nick. So this is like Lady Bachelor Pad edition. It's been a while since we've had a weird just you and I on the podcast.
What do you mean? Those are funny.
Huh?
What do
Well,
you
no,
mean
they
those are funny?
they generally are. Remember, you got to get close to the mic.
Crap.
There we go. We'll go over all the random, you got to talk into the mic stuff. So what's going on, man?
I'm tired.
Yes, you are. How long have you been here today? Just
This is the first time in honestly a while that I've been here for a straight whole day, literally.
yeah, it was no joke. It was all day.
It was all day.
When you said, I was nice and I've been good. And I went, yeah, do you remember back? I know it seems like maybe yesterday, but it was today when I walked in and I got hit with you and Kai and
That's because you walked in. Literally, I was surprised when you walked in on time for work because I'm just thinking if you walked in at least like 5 to 10 minutes after, like you usually do, the conversation would have been over. But no, you just had to walk in.
No, you guys were here for quite some time though.
Kai wasn't even here that long. He was literally here for like 10 minutes before you walked in.
Yeah, but you guys were here for like 30 minutes after I got here. So I don't know how the magic, if I would have came in, so it was 25 minutes of generalized annoyance. You guys were wearing me thin. I was not ready especially since I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Because it all started when, honestly, it just went from a dumb conversation getting dumber and dumber and dumber, and then you walk in. I'm just like, this is not going to die down.
It really wasn't. It was kind of rough. It was a rough way to start my day, but it turned out to be a pretty decent day. So I'm okay with it. But boy, oh boy, was I not happy at the very beginning.
I don't understand why. It was fine.
Because I didn't have kids for a reason, and then I got to listen to the most juvenile. Okay, and we kind of talked about it for a second when we have a young lady, a friend, obviously not mentioning names, but a young lady came in directly from work saying, I just had the worst day ever in life, like FML, my life sucks. And, my day sucked. Everything was horrible. And then for whatever reason, the gentleman who was in here, right, decided it would be a good way to make a play on her. And it was funny and awesome to watch at the same time.
That was so awkward. I'm like, he did not just do this. Like, why?
Yeah, and you actually called it out as she was like, I will give you credit for the quick and snappiness. You immediately looked over and went, okay, so she just said she was sexually harassed at work and had a big thing and the worst day ever in life. So you're gonna try and slide into the DMs right here in front of God and everybody. Like, you just said that. Awesome. So, I mean, you got to applaud anyone for having the cojones and the balls to just go for something. But some of the things like, oh, you're so cute or so precious or whatever, I was getting a weird Saw, horror movie vibe. You heard what he.
Oh, no, that was so creepy. I'm just like, please stop. You're sexually harassing her twice. Please just stop. That was so hard to watch. I'm like, bro, you are about to get rejected so hard right now. I need you to stop.
And you gotta give her credit. She took it like a champ, no pun intended, that, she powered through and went, all right, and did the handoff. Didn't give the gentleman her number exactly and said, you can get it from her, she'll give it to you. Just don't blow up my phone. The main 38 things that I tell you that every girl, you're not going to get weird and call me 800 times. And you're not going to, I'm like, dude, I don't even need to know your real name. Like, are you kidding me? So that was okay. That part of it was fun. It got better as it got creepier. Like, maybe that's what I needed was just the weird creepiness of the day.
No, it got worse.
Oh, I don't even want to know about you guys. You guys went outside for a while or whatever. So yeah, that he came in pretty happy and
Yeah, because I kept asking her in the car. I was like, "Are you sure you want me to give him your number? Are you 100% sure? Do you want to think about it?" She's like, "I don't care."
Yeah, I think, I mean, generally, I've known the dude for a while, and you've known him probably as long as I have. Interesting fellow, right? He kind of owns his shit, but he would have to be harmless, He would.
You can tell.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to be harmless, but I'm sure he'll overuse his "don't blow up my phone" and like every day, like some weird, like every day at 3:33 sends a text just for for some weird numerology thing. Yeah, so that was fun and pleasant to to witness.
But even if they did end up dating, she would be wearing the pants in a relationship. You can
I
just
think
tell.
I think, yeah, and I think he'd be okay with it. I think he'd be I think he'd be totally okay with it because he wears a tail. What does the tail thing mean? Like, isn't there supposed to be some that's
There's a meaning to it,
but
but
do you know
asked
100%?
him-
It's kind of blurry, right? I think I Googled it one day. Like it signifies some gender neutrality or something.
There's
I
so
just
many different meanings for it. It's just
Yeah, because I think the first one or two that you threw out, I was like, huh? What? No, let me Google and whatever, because I'm interested, right? I don't know. I just thought maybe like a tail, and you don't see like a flock of people, like a gang of tail people, right? I
yeah,
mean,
you do. Those are called the nerds.
well, yeah, but I mean, I don't see them. Do you see like a group of like, you go through your day, how many people you see wearing a tail?
If you walk into Hot Topic,
Okay,
or
well,
some creepy porno shop, there you go. You'll
yeah, but
find
see,
somebody wearing a tail.
I've been to neither, ironically, any in any recent recollection, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird, dude. That would be a great grouping. Like, I would like to see that weird, fun, kooky, just hangout friendship relationship like blossom. That would make me happy.
I would be so mad every day just to see that group. Like, why are you wearing the tail? And I asked him that, why are you wearing the tail? I'm thinking, oh, he's about to give a meaning of it because there are so many different meanings. He's like, because I want to.
And Mike chimed in with furries. And he did say he did kind of associate with furries at some point. And I guess it's something with anime or whatever.
It has something to do with anime.
Yeah. Look, I don't care. You wear a tail. I know my dog used to freak out, and he was like, hey, man, tell your dog to... I was like, dude, you have a tail. At this point, you guys are equal. If you're rocking a tail, he can do whatever he wants. If you don't want your tail messed with, maybe you tuck your tail in while you're inside. I hate to tell you to do something weird with your tail, but,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you weren't here for when Scoob went ham on his tail. And this is why I pay attention. This is why I pay attention to, just all the kooky stuff that just you and groupings of people and whatever do. Like it.
What do you mean you and groupings of people?
Look, nobody rocked a tail when I was in high school or when I was, fresh out of high school or in college where you should be.
Nobody rocked the tail when I was in high school.
Okay, but you're only like a year and a half out of it. That's still your people. Though that's your people.
Hell no. I will not associate myself with those people. Those are the bad influences of the world.
Whatever, dude. You're the devil. I can't believe that what does wearing a tail mean? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to the bottom of this. What is when someone wears a stuffed animal tail, what's the point of wearing foxtails in the belt loop?
He had a foxtail.
Yeah, that is a foxtail. So if anyone wears a stuffed animal tail, she's advertising she's a furry. Okay, so Mike was onto something with generalized tail. Let's go into the foxtail because it was a foxtail. Okay. I walk around campus and sometimes I see a person who is wearing some kind of a, animal tail on their belt loops. Is this some kind of, fandom, social group, or is it related to furries? So it seems like the most common thing is it's furry. Okay. For some people, it is related to furries, and for some of those aren't actually furries, but they belong to a group. While for others, it's more connected to a general culture of anime, pseudo-Japanese, internet culture, or counterculture, depending on what you view. Mostly, it's people who like anime wearing stuff they think other people who like anime will like. So it's kind of like a, hey, I like anime, you have a foxtail. I guess it's a way to strike up a conversation.
Oh my God, that's
Others
so
have
sad.
others have pointed out that historical examples of people wearing fox or animal tails, however, modern tail wearers rarely have anything to do with that, with the possible exception of the Society of Creative Anarchism, or the Renaissance festival scene. Some people also wear them because they like fur as a part of their identity and because they think it's fun in the end, since there is an overabundance of empirical research indicating how many people wear animal tails and why. I can only provide answers based on personal experience, and in my experience, the vast majority of people who sport belt loop animal tails are doing so because they shared interest in Japanese anime culture. So, with us knowing him, that has a lot to do with it. I think there's a sexuality thing in there because, he's pretty cool and comfortable and free with, I know he's got a kind of a round, it's not a square box, it's a rounded view of. Have you ever had the sexuality like conversation around? He did one day on the show. He seemed to be pretty fluid.
About his sexuality.
Like, kind of like, well, you never know, man. I'm kind of cool. I could do this. I could do that. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. So.
Oh no, I said earlier. I told him he was gay.
You tell everybody they're gay.
Yeah, but half of the time I'm actually no. If I'm not joking and I'm being serious, then I'm actually accurate. Because surprisingly, my gaydar is on. That's how I could tell Michelle.
Much better than Michelle's. I completely agree.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. We went to a club in Ann Arbor at Michigan, and she was dancing with a hot guy. And I whispered in her ear, I was like, bro, he's gay.
Did you, and were you right? Did she investigate further?
She turned around and he grabbed his boyfriend, and I was just laughing. I was like, bro,
Poor
stop.
girl.
You need to stop looking for boys.
Yeah. No, it's a thing because you've told me multiple times, and she is a very nice, sweet. No, nice. My buddy has 2 customers that go into his spot that are furries. See, my only knowledge of furries, and when I try and tell you to watch things, as I try like go home and watch this or go home and watch that, my whole knowledge of furries was from the TV show at the time, Entourage, which was one of the coolest.
Oh
It was
my
like
God, that was so funny.
Mark Wahlberg's story, even though he was an executive producer, but it was kind of his story when he went out there. And then one of the episodes, there was this thing, and the girl really wanted, like, hey, I want you to do this and that and furry and dress up. So really anyone could go because they were wearing like a whole, like, they look like a teddy bear. So you're wearing a whole costume. So you couldn't even see who's in it. But she was wearing like a bunny costume, and he was wearing like a bear costume. And the one guy was like, dude, I can't do it. I can't get down with this. It's freaking me out. Like, I can't, have sex or do all this wearing a full-fledged like bear costume. So his boy was like, give me the damn thing, and put it on and went over and made the furry sex.
That's so weird.
Could you do furry sex?
No. I'm
Out of all the things that, okay, before, okay, so whatever, you're new, that you were a vegan, you were like omnisexual a few months ago. I'll do just about anything sexual. I don't know. It's just a bunch. I would just assume,
God.
So, yeah. So when this wears off, but I guess if you look back at you a month or 2 ago, I'm sure you'd be like, cool. Oh, you want me to put on a Easter Bunny outfit and whatever? And yeah, cool.
Yeah, I would have worn a unicorn hat and just went for it myself.
Interesting. I have that weird horse head thing that is, I missed the internet craze. Well, I didn't miss it, but it just made me laugh every time I saw it's like watching cat videos. Like every time there was a horse head mask and there was a bunch of, weird stuff going on, that was the deal. So I don't know. I think it would be funny to, like, even girls that come in here that don't want anyone to know who they are, but they want to tell weird, creepy stories or, things that go on, but they don't want anyone to know who they are. I thought that would be awesome to get one of those horse head masks and just cut out the mouth a little bit bigger so they could actually, speak into the mic. So it would just be for my pure enjoyment, and it would hide their identity just to be talking to someone with a horse head mask. Like, I swear to God, if I get time this weekend and
Please don't be stupid and do that.
Dude, I'll have that horse head mask sitting right here.
Bro, please don't be stupid and do that.
Well, you got to think, I don't have really weird, odd, kinky
That
stuff
is
that.
weird.
Well, I know,
not
but I'm
even
thinking.
kinky.
Yeah, no.
It's just weird.
I really need you to put on this horse head mask.
Bro, no.
You know what?
That
I
is
also.
not the move.
Well, it may not be the move, but I'll be doing something.
Oh my God.
Oh, and our challenge of you using a Shiwi and telling us all about it. Remember the Shiwi where you put the thing on and you could pee standing up?
Yeah.
That's a thing. Somebody commented from the show last night.
They can do it.
Huh? They commented from the show, hey, that girl who was on the show with you, did you ever get her that Shiwi? You remember we talked about Shiwi and we were laughing and whatever? Just so
many sex toys.
It's not a sex toy. It's a peeing apparatus.
No, that was when we had the sex toy conversation.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, the Adderall's kicking in, I see.
Yeah, we were all talking about so many different stuff. I was just like, what the F? Y'all dirty.
Well, and I don't remember how a Shiwi came up, but I think it would be funny. So I think this Sunday I'm going to start my weird Christmas shopping, like just all the weird, and I'm not buying anything normal. I'm getting you a Shiwi. Dude, what were the odds I was going to get you anything anyways? Be happy with the Shiwi.
I thought you were going to give me a mod.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah! Why not?
No, but the Shiwi's a real thing. The Shiwi is going to happen. Whether or not you choose to use the Shiwi,
I probably will.
And we will just, dude, you will have a cheering group like, go Aaliyah, go Aaliyah, go, and I'm gonna go pee standing up. Like, it will be funny.
That would be so cool. On the lows, that would be so cool.
Dude, it seriously will. Like, I've never met a girl who's actually used the Shiwi. And when y'all pee, like when you go to a sporting event or there's ever oh, we're going to a concert and, somehow you guys are dude, every girl I've been with has peed in an alley somewhere in downtown Detroit. And it's weird because y'all drop your britches and you squat down and somehow you just levitate and squeeze your lower half and you sit there and you pee and it baffles us.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, no, every girl I think has peed in some place they're not supposed to. Everyone's gone camping, right?
No, I just do
just randomly.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, I should walk back there, or you know what? I'll go out around the building and I'll just pee on the side of the building. So yeah, it's a really weird thing. So there's my boy Doug. It was Doug that was asking about the Shiwi. So yes, Doug, we do have a confirmation.
Wow, he's a real pervert.
No, well, dude, what? Why? Because you're peeing standing up? It's funny, is what it is. And, just for everyone, she calls everyone a pervert and everyone a this. So that's Aaliyah's weird tag. So, dude, I'll be very happy when you use the Shiwi. If there was a Hiwi, I would use some form of a Hiwi.
What?
A Hiwi. I don't know. Something that would.
Amanda, so are you saying you don't have one?
Yeah. No, all that water that you hear flowing from the other room when there's no sound in here.
That's your water gun.
Yeah, that's my water gun. I just take a little hose and pour it in there because but if there was we ought to come up with stupid human tricks. Like we all go get adult diapers. We all have to pee in adult diapers and see how creepy it is. That would be some weird regression therapy.
That is creepy.
Yeah. Well, a Shiwi, Yeah. Dude, it's funny, dude. I forget all the things. My buddy from Texas, he was like, you wipe funny, right? Where, wipe from the front when we talk about the buttocks wiping and all that stuff where we went through the having no toilet paper and whatever. Doug just popped in with, hey, you wipe funny, remember? This is good. We have a whole show about the everything to do with the buttocks.
Of course.
Yeah. No, it's pretty random. So I don't know if there was like a fanny pack, like if I was here, and I guess not like an adult diaper, but if I was, because I pee and stuff, right? Like I will be sitting, and it's been going on since I was a kid. Like I don't know if I had this, and there was a common thing around my house: do not drink any like if Wendy's or McDonald's, like a big cup like that, because if I was laying in bed and there was something sitting there. Dude, I'm really hungover. I really don't feel like getting up, and I would just pop the lid on whatever soda container, if it was a Wendy's or a McDonald's thing, and I would just kind of throw my business in there, pee, put the top on, and roll over and go back to bed. Now, mind you, the bathroom was only like 14, 15 feet away. So don't ask me why I like to pee in weird apparatuses, or I pee in the shower. Because especially when it's dark out, and I don't feel like turning on the bathroom light, because if I wake up in the middle of the night and I walk out, if I turn on the light, I won't be able to go back to bed. So if I had to get up and let the dogs out and realize I got to pee, and guys, we pee out the sliding glass door too. So we'll open the sliding glass door and like pee off the edge of the deck because you're letting your dogs out anyways.
So you don't care where you pee, so... Have you ever had your R. Kelly moment and went and peed on a girl?
I haven't. I have not, actually. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. There was that one time where I'd run out of things to do with a girlfriend after like 5.5, 6 years. And it wasn't like I wanted to do it in bed or anything. I kind of wanted to, I don't know. I thought like, okay, what about this? People seem to be into this. And I guess I was just grabbing at straws to come up with interesting, fun stuff to do. But our buddy Doug chimed in with, just think about this. You could write your name in the snow. Have you ever seen guys where they're peeing outside in the snow and you can...
Yeah, my friend's done that. It was
Yeah,
so dumb
with-
and disgusting.
With the Shiwi, you can join right in.
Heck no, my vagina will fall off.
Okay, it'll get a little bit crisp, I'm sure. Well, maybe it's one of those days where it's like 33 or something. It's like
Hell
just
no.
barely above the...
My vagina will fall off still.
Out of all the stuff you do, you called me naked from a field laughing that you lost your clothes.
Because
But you won't pee with a
I did not know
Shiwi.
where my skirt went. It just vanished. I swear to God. It was with me. It wasn't even with me. It was with the guy. But then he lost. I'm like, how can you lose someone else's stuff? You're so irresponsible.
Because it's not your stuff. What do you
I
care?
know.
What do you care about it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I really don't know, but I think that is awesome. If yeah. So it's coming. It's coming
Dude,
in the mail.
First thing I'll do if you actually get me that, I'm gonna go in the bathroom back here and actually pee with the door
No,
open.
dude, you'll do me and
Yeah.
so yeah, that'll be perfect. Like could you imagine Nick, me, the rest of us, like Michelle, what, and of course, I'm not good with names, but
You suck at me.
mechanic lady and whatever. So you bring a grouping of your people. We'll have the people here and we will like cheer for you. Like you will get like
That would be
when's
so
the last time you've had like 14 people like just cheer for you? It would be like you played sports or something.
That would be so stupid. But
It'd be so
funny.
stupid but so funny. Yes, and we will document it here live. Yeah, I think that would I think that would be awesome.
That would actually be cool.
Yeah, no, dude, and here, what if you develop a thing like that's the only way you want to pee from now on, like ever? Like I pee standing up. Just think about the conversations. What's up? So how do you pee? Do you sit? Do you hover? I stand. I got a Shiwi, bitch. Drop the mic, right? You could go into guys' bathrooms and everyone would think you
What
were
the
trans.
hell?
Well, with the new laws, you're allowed to go in whatever bathroom, right?
Holy
Whatever.
crap,
So if
you're
you're
so
feeling
right.
kind of manly that day, you could go. Look, I don't have the option. Nobody's buying that I'm gonna sit when I pee and Like, this is the guy version that I chose. I went from being a female to look like this.
At least now, thanks to the new laws, you are able to walk into the girls' bathroom if you really want.
If I really wanted to, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and nobody could really trip. Be like, hey, I had the reassignment surgery. Leave me alone. Everyone's seen Bruce Jenner. Like, if he could do it, I could do it. So yeah, it's a thing. So I cannot, out of all the things that we don't really pre-plan, this is the happiest pre-planning of having a cheering section of like 14 people out here for you to pee standing up with a shiwi.
I swear someone is thinking you guys are idiots.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I think everybody is, to tell you the truth, except for Doug. Except for Doug from Texas. Doug is finding great joy in this.
Of course.
Of course he is. No, he is the sassiest dude, man. He's a little, a couple years older than me, and I worked with him at in a facility in
What's
Texas.
a couple years? Are
Oh,
you
it's a
ever
couple-
gonna
it's
say
a-
your real age?
No, I'm 29 and a half
You're
forever.
such a liar. I swear to God, you change your age every week, and I'm like, nobody even asked for your age. You just lie about it for no reason.
How do you know I'm not getting like early onset like Alzheimer's or
You
something?
literally say you're 39, then you're 40, then you're 45, then you're about to turn 46, and then you're not even 46. I'm like, how old are you, dude?
Girl rule number 1. Do not talk like I do.
You're a dude.
No, there's age discrimination, and it happens. If you, it's a don't ask, don't tell. It's don't ask, don't tell. And then when they ask, we had this conversation, or at least I've had it with, with Nick and some other people.
Yeah, but Mike is able to get away with it.
He looks 12. He got called McLovin today.
Bro, that was so funny. I swear to God, I died like 3 times. I've never seen him truly get pissed off. He's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I guess. But when I showed you, you had no idea who McLovin was. You haven't seen the movie. So when I showed you, you could see why it would strike a chord. Yeah.
That was actually terrible.
Yeah, no, and the fact that he got that upset and whatever, that was pretty funny. But yeah, everyone tells me like, hey, that kid you've got working here, that kid, and this is like a 20-year-old kid telling me that the kid I have working here, and I'm like, you do understand he's 30 years old, right? They're like, no way.
That was offensive.
They're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, dude, he's 30 years old. You're 19 and you're calling him a kid. Like, be cool, bro.
That was so mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a bad problem to have. I think Doug and myself would agree that the older you get, when people guess that you're younger, right? Because it's kind of our thing. As guys get older, we're supposed to date younger women, right? Even older women, if they look good and they look under their age, the cougar thing, and women who date younger, it's a whole thing. Just because you're on the other side of it, and you like, guys will be like, hey, do you want to go out? Let me take you out. Let's go to the bar. Oh, I can't. I'm 12. You're 19, right? You can't really. Nobody's driving to Canada with you, right? You're just, yeah, cool. I'll see you in a couple years, right? So it's you get age discriminated. You might see a dude and like you guys do, and fawn after every guy under the planet. Like, oh my God. So which one of us can have them? And neither one of you
because
actually.
She's being greedy, and then she's saying I'm being greedy. She's like, you can't do that because you're trying to go after girls too. Yeah, like
That's
I'm
greedy.
a normal person.
No,
that
that's
is not greedy.
It
It's called being free and experiencing life.
You're asexual, right? You're not dealing with
now
anyone.
I'm asexual after seeing your perverted ass dogs.
No, it
that
happened.
Just made me want to be asexual.
It happened before the dogs. But yes, the fact that I'm just glad somebody else experienced it. And you are my dog nanny for, no better intents and purposes. You do me a solid. I feed you and do some other stuff. I try and look out for you, but you take care of my crazy creatures. And you did get humped by my female dog.
I never thought that would happen to me in my life.
Yeah, no, I've only seen a couple female dogs actually do
I
the.
haven't seen any.
Oh, it happens. It really happens,
But
and
she
it's
wasn't doing that before.
maybe she just saw so much craziness with Scoob, being weird and rapey that he figured, what the hell, right? You seem cool. You're nice. You let me out all the time. Maybe I'll try and hunt you. That's funny. Like I would have paid money to see that.
Michelle's like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God.
And listening to your
Stop
like
this
shrieks
nightmare.
and just sheer terror of it happening. Because I know you had to have been creeped out and laughing at the same time. Because she's such a nice, sweet dog.
Like I knew she wasn't gonna hurt me, but I wish she would just stop.
Yeah. That is the epitome. Like, could you just please stop? Why is this happening? Well, in Shadow, even back in the like Shadow's super young age, she didn't do it to me. She humped a stuffed animal in front of me, which grossed me out because she's a female dog and she's fixed. So I'm like, what kind of weird sex drive is powering through being fixed and trying to hump a stuffed animal? When I left and went to, I was working a little bit in Louisiana at the time, and when I went there, Travis called me and went, man, Shadow did she tried to hump this and that, and then he called me crying and laughing like your weird high pitch, and you've seen Travis. Travis doesn't laugh very often, right? He called me. He called me. I don't know. Not many people do. He called me literally screaming and crying, laughing like you just did, like, wee. And he's like, dude, it's happening. She's humping me. I can't. It won't stop. Like, she's grabbing onto my leg. Why is this happening? No, Shadow, no. Like, what are you doing? He was like, it's creepy and rapey. Why is she doing it? She's got a weird look in her eye. So Shadow does nothing. So it does happen. It is kind of a thing. So.
They do get that weird look at me. What?
Yeah, right. Like they're really focused.
For no reason. No, I'm like, what the hell? You're really concentrating on this, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I only saw it once or twice. It really freaked me out. So this is good. In these next few months, you've been humped by a lady dog. You're going to learn to pee standing up. It's kind of like riding a bicycle, I hear. I don't know. The Shiwi website. I've never read a Shiwi website. But yeah, it's a thing. Did you see? Remember when we had the Twitter conversation and it's 100 characters, it's 140, it's 100. You thought it was 150, I thought it was 143, and Nick was dead on with 140. They're doubling the amount of characters that you can use on Twitter now.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe enough people complained but I think most people underuse it. I did a whole like Twitter thing again today. Like I was looking through, actually I showed you when I was looking through, but as I was looking through some stuff, and Twitter is just jumbled, mumbled words. I don't even know if people are putting them together in any form or anything. But yes, now it's up to 280 characters. Do you use Twitter at all? Do you ever look or go on or anything?
No, if I want to say something, I'll just go say something. I don't need to put it on Twitter. That's so dumb.
Yeah, it seems weird and self-serving, like even more than Facebook. Like when people whine on Facebook and, oh my God, I had such a rough day. Why does this happen to me? And, like Facebook whining is one thing, but Twitter whining is even different, right? Because it's not showing up on everybody's timeline. It's only showing up to people who follow you. So you're literally... and it's not like, Facebook, you have a ton of like weird extended friends. So it's odd. Like, they're just random people that I have on my Twitter feed just because I just started clicking randoms because it's a business account. So I just added everybody. And wow, there's some kooky people who feel the need to express themselves in the middle of the day. It's very weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. So there's more characters for it. So I'll see. I'll try and use every bit of it.
No, my two gay friends used to use Twitter. He would always express his love, talking about how he's never been in love with anyone else before but him. But I got so mad at him the other day. I'm just like, so when are you two breaking up?
Oh my God, my buddy. You know what? I saw this, and it's funny that they have one in Dallas, but I didn't know, or Dallas Fort Worth. They had the Caitlyn Jenner and Bruce Jenner, right? The guy version of him and the female. No, and they put it on the restroom door. So when you go to the bathroom, if you're the male,
that's so bold.
And then the female. So it's him as the lady version and him as the man. That's how they identify the men's room and the ladies' room.
That's terrible.
I think it's awesome.
That's bold.
When I saw it, I don't know if I saw it on, some form of social media or whatever, but yeah. And your boy P. Diddy changed his name.
Who?
P. Diddy. Puff Daddy.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he's changing his name, but he just changed it's like Peace Love something. Like he pulled there's a few professional either athletes or other thing like God, what was that? Ron Artest. He called himself something. It escapes me, and I'm not gonna trudge the
Don't you have a computer right there?
Yeah, but remember it locks up anytime I get too froggy with it. Let me see. What did Puff Daddy?
Maybe I can use my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, and we hit you with the dead air.
What am I doing again?
I was gonna say, let's see which one of us can get there faster, but I got there. Don't call him Diddy. Sean Puffy Combs changed his name to Brother Love, and.
Yay.
And, and it was weird because the first things I read, Diddy did not, they said that, yes, for real, he called himself, he wants to be called Brother Love instead of P. Daddy or whatever. But he did come out like 8 hours ago and say, Diddy says he was only joking about the Brother Love name change. So I'm going to sleep a little bit better tonight knowing that, knowing that I can, I don't have to call P. Diddy anything but P. Diddy. He's kind of irrelevant, I guess, in overall entertainment and anything, I guess, unless you're in the business.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was kind of weird. I watched some of the old dude, I love the comments. Yuck. When we were talking about all the P stuff and whatever. So, yeah. No, it makes me happy. So
we haven't talked about P today.
Bro, we just talked about the Shiwi and whatever for like 14 minutes. Like, are you that tired?
Yeah, but usually we always end up talking about P. Like every conversation we have when it's just us, it always goes back to P or you having the shit. And then when we talk about that, it makes you have to go pee right after.
Yeah, no, I run to the thing. That's why I need a Hiwi. That's why I need something right here where I could just pee into That's
where the water bottle came in. That's where the water bottle came in.
Yeah, this is good. We had to do the water bottle test.
I told you that was bad. I have an eye, man. I have an eye.
Yeah, barely. I mean, well, not even barely. Only a quarter going in. I'll prove it to you. I'll show you sometime. This is a good trick. But yeah, it was pretty random. So what do you want to talk about other than that? You generally have a weird, bizarre way of turning the conversation. In weird angles. So what's on the mind of Aaliyah?
Oh, yesterday at work I saw a guy that looked just like Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Like he was in pirate gear, or
he had the dreads and the piercings and the hoops and everything, and it was so funny because my friends were in there. He was like, he's so fucking hot. I was like, right. He's like, would you fuck him on the lows? I would fuck him on the highs.
Oh
like,
my
how
God.
many people can say they fuck Captain Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, but it's not. It's just some dude who looks like it in Southfield. Like that is a low budget. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I found a chick who looked like Scarlett Johansson, and I wouldn't go, hey, I banged Scarlett Johansson, but I'd be like, haha, I banged a girl who looks a lot like Scarlett Johansson, and I'd be quite happy with it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand everybody's weird fascination with it, or the fact that you think guys should have that we should have a guy man crush, and a guy, not like a guy man crush, but a guy man, like all guys should have a dude that, all right, man, I'm not that way, but if it was this, there is no man on the planet, and that's where Nick and everybody else
would mess with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of these folks are really okay with doing some of this, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It it kind of freaks me out.
I don't understand why. Johnny Depp is the move.
And there we go, the move.
He's the move.
Yeah, you can the move all that you want, but I don't know. I guess maybe like complete and utter like heterosexuality is a thing, like where you're now we're like a minority. You know what I mean? Like, we are like, oh, dude, you wouldn't? No. You wouldn't do this? No. Like, how come? Because I don't and wouldn't want to, I guess. You know, like, that's about it. I guess if I wanted to, I would, but I don't, so I won't. That kind of rhymed. It sounded like a nursery rhyme.
But so much gay stuff has happened to you. How have you never thought about having your one gay moment that's probably not even going to be gay? It's just going to be really outside of your character.
Yeah, no, that's really outside of the character. Well, because I've had these things, don't you think that at some point with all these weird, like, you know, circumstances that have happened, that maybe I, you know, at one of those, you know what the heck, let's throw caution to the wind. No, it doesn't cross my mind. It doesn't anything. So, yeah, I don't know. But you guys, you know, and you claim to, but every time I ask you and you're like, no, I haven't really messed with a girl, or I haven't really done this or that. But you claim that you are, like, you're okay with it without doing it, which is bizarre to me.
Really?
Yeah, like, you will say you're okay with a million, like, oh, I'll do this, or oh, girls and this, but I'm like, so did you? No. Why would I? That's crazy. Well, I don't know. You screamed it from the mountaintop, like, but yet you don't. So you're okay with everything conceptual, you know, in a conceptual standpoint, just not in, like, reality. That's weird.
No, I haven't tried.
Yeah, see,
Nor do I care?
Yeah, but we would have
Have
guessed
you
you would have, as much as, like, you know, you'll just walk in and be like, oh my God, I've got a wife chick and I'm doing this and it's gonna be awesome and we're going out tomorrow and whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, you're really into this. I was like, neat, you know, cool.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like
and
chicks?
Then I saw a guy and I was like, holy shit, I'm really into that guy. I would leave my wife for that guy. I don't even have to know the guy. I would just leave her.
It's such a weird, yeah, Doug, girls smell so good. They are, and they're soft, right? They're, you know, they smell good and they're soft, and
But they're annoying. They keep pestering you. They're needy as fuck.
why are you swearing so much?
Because I have never seen someone so needy in my life. That was so annoying. This is why I cannot have girlfriends. They're needy. They talk too much. They're annoying. They just keep going and going and going. And I literally told one of them to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Look, it is hard. It's weird because I hang out with you more than I do any normal, like, you know, it would drive me nuts. If I was dating a chick and I was around her as much as you, it would last about one day. I'd be like, you got to go. Like, leave me alone. But because you're just the wacky, zany neighbor that lives across the street and I kind of have to be open to the public, you win. And now you've infiltrated into my house. You take care of my dogs. You weaseled Michelle in without asking. Like, you should be grounded for that. Although I like Michelle.
I was about to say, I told you before I was going to take her to meet your dog.
Well, yeah, like a week ago. Like, it was going to happen someday. I figured, you know, just for future reference, go, oh, yeah, I'm going to, oh, this crazy text box machine that I have in front of me, the communicator of all. Hey, I'm going over there. Michelle's going to come. She really wants to meet the dogs. I would either say yes or no, and then you could lie to me and have her come over anyways, instead of, oh, my God, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So Michelle was at my house.
Wait, you're approving of me lying to you and taking her over there anyway, but instead of me just bringing her over here.
I'm totally cool with being lied to.
That's so dumb. You're like a terrible father.
I'm
like
not
a terrible parent.
That's why I
didn't
didn't.
believe you're encouraging dumb shit.
That's
for no
why I
reason.
didn't. No, look, people lie. I hate to sound like House from, you know, the movie House or from the TV series House. Everybody lies, right? So it's going to happen at some point. So at least if you ask me and I say no and then cool, whatever, instead of just, oh, I'm going to do it anyways. It's more of a, and I really don't care if people respect me or not, but I guess that's how it would be labeled, is if, like, it would, like, I respect it enough to ask. And then if I was told no, okay, balls, then I just lied. But if you don't say anything, you went, screw him, I'll do what I want, and then go over, right? So that's one of the things. So yeah, I've told girls that I've dated in the past, I'm like, look, everybody lies. I get it. If you're gonna lie to me, just make it good. Make it good to where I can go, huh? No kidding.
But I don't lie.
Well, you
I don't lie.
You don't
I'm
lie.
a shitty liar.
Well, you don't lie. You just go do stuff and don't ask, which is I don't know how that factors into the whole, the whole system.
Like, how can I lie if technically it's like, one, you didn't ask, two, am I really lying if I didn't say anything? That's just me. Who knows? I could have forgotten or something. So technically, how can I lie?
Which is not. But then again, you just remembered like conversations that we had a month and a half ago about the R. Kelly moment and everything else. So yeah, it's.
That's because I'm part pothead. My mind remembers whatever it feels like. You can't force it.
And you did take the Adderall, the
I did.
the nootropic memory, memory beverage, and you drank the whole thing. That was 2 servings. I took 1 swig.
Are you kidding? I'm alive. I'm awake.
Yeah, you're gonna be good. Well, I'm sure I'll be getting Snapchats until like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm still awake. I just read 2 books. Whee!
I was reading when he texted me. I was just like, why is he texting? Oh, I'm reading right now. I'm about to send him a picture, but I feel like he's going to call me an R-tard. Either way.
This is good. No, it is funny. And that's what's weird with, because this is odd for me, right? Because I don't have a whole lot of like chick friends that I hang out with or whatever.
Especially none like me.
Yeah, and definitely none like you. You annoy me to no end. I said I want to stab you, like with a fork, right? Like not like, like an actual knife or anything. But when I get annoyed, I just want to either chuck crap at you or like stab you with a fork. But you do good, solid stuff. Like, Nick had to work late and he's working, working for a company where he delivers and they've got him working super late. And he's like, oh, balls, dude. Matt from Redford just, he's on his period again.
I love Matt.
Yeah, no, Matt no longer is actually on the show. He is now a random dude who happens to come in, and he'll happen to come in. But I said I'm no longer going to if he was here right now, he would be there, and he would not be on. He is on no camera privileges. Nobody can see Matt.
You're grounding
I'm
him.
grounding Matt. He didn't call and go, hey man, I'm still sick or I didn't do whatever, bro. He's a grown man. He did a no call no show, right? So he no call no shows. I sent him a picture of you like hiding behind the cabinet, sitting by the heater. I send him a picture of that and eyeballs like, where are you? Oh, I'm sick, man. It came back again and whatever. And so, either he's got some autoimmune disease or something. Like maybe you need to go to the Mayo Clinic.
Not.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him. What?
I hope not.
I could, either way.
Matt deserves to live.
I go years without seeing Matt. Matt could be alive or dead. I wouldn't know the difference. All I know is when I attempt to count on him, he's not the most. He's shown to not be the most. Oh, I'll be there, right? So yeah, so he's on camera timeout or, just extreme ball busting for quite some time. If Doug lived in Michigan, Doug would be here. Doug's retired-ish. He would still be here. He works after he retired, after doing 30, 40-some years of working. I bet you Doug would be here because he's a damn fine human being.
Now that's just slavery.
And he's a Texan. Huh?
That's just slavery. Heck no. Nobody needs to keep working after they retire. Just go retire.
No, you retire and you go home and get bored. I don't know. I'm sure Doug will chime in. And yeah, technically Doug is here on the show chiming in and being a contributor all the way from Texas, and he's already retired and then took another job just to keep himself busy. And he's one of the funniest human beings on the planet. So I see my cousin Michael popped in. I see you, Creeper. All the way from Colorado, so feel free and chime in if you'd like to hear anything or I wasn't trying to put your business out there, man. I don't know if you're running under the radar. I don't want to put your job out there, Doug.
Please expose him one more time.
He's
another one.
No, not at all. He's like, I'm a school bus driver. He told me the other day, but I generally don't use people's full names. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't know.
And yet you did.
No, I said he typed it in. Creep face. You're such a jerk. This is my if I would have had kids, this is how my kid would have came out, and it would drive me nuts. But I can go, I'm just going to go to another store. I'm going to move, and I don't ever have to talk to you again. Whereas a child will follow you around and go,
What are you talking about? I know where you live.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, the fact that
if you moved, I will be at your house. What are you talking about?
Hey, look at this is awesome. Even Doug thinks he would stab you with a fork also.
Why a fork?
I don't know.
Why not a spoon?
Or that spoon fork thing, the spork. It's a little combo of both, so you get the best of both worlds. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. So anything else? What else is going on in the mind of Aaliyah?
When you have sex with a girl on her period, did you ever aim straight for the butthole?
Wow. And yep. And Doug, this is why we come out. Doug, this is why we we come out. No, absolutely not. I think that's creepy. I think it's creepy. I like to get to know a young lady pretty well before I try and go to the bad place. Like, I'm not a bad place creep. It's not my thing. Never has been.
That's where you find the treasure.
No, it's not. Says somebody who hasn't actually done it. Okay, not funny story. It's kind of creepy. What up, Michael? What up, cousin? I tried, like, in a long relationship I was in, that was the holy grail, right? Just like it's the same girl I tried to pee on. Well, didn't try to pee on. I had the conversation. I was like, come on. Yeah, I tried to R. Kelly. So as I was doing this, eventually she was like, no. Okay, you could try a little ouch, ouch. You're on my hair. Ouch, ouch. That doesn't feel good back there. Rhymes again. Like, I could rap. I think when we turn these cameras off, I'm gonna try and rap because I've made many things rhyme today. I'm very, very happy with myself.
Oh my God! So, another wannabe rapper.
That's right. Well, we've got the mics. I got the headphones or whatever.
Oh my God!
All I need is a turntable. So as I was and when finally, and I had to learn some tricks, right, with using other, using toys and apparatuses or whatever to get her to where she needed to be as quick and in a hurry, right? Because I can, fiddle around and do whatever, right? I can make this last or end it as soon as I possibly want, right? This could go on a long time or it could happen in a very short time. So when I did, and I started using, toys and stuff with that, and even why we were going at it, that she was feeling so good and had like orgasm A or B, 1 or 2. It was like, you know what, you can try. And I went, oh yeah, but I try, and then you tell me, ow, it hurts, and I'm over it. And she told me, she was like, no, like, dude, when I'm at that moment, when I'm at that point, I feel so good that probably, it'll probably be okay. So then we did, and then she liked it even more. She had an orgasm while that was happening, and I was in the bad place. So I was like, okay, cool. So and I look at it as that's something you should do for like special occasions. Like, hey, it's your birthday. We're going to do something creepy. Like, I got you a cake. I got you a Saunders Bumpy cake and your favorite ice cream. And you get to toss one, in the corner pocket, right? So that's all I ever really wanted to use it for. But she began to like it and got so much enjoyment out of it. And I don't know if any of the other fellows have ever been with one that really dug it, in that way or that manner either. That, dude, she started wanting it as a finishing move. Like, you start out and then it'll be blah, 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 and you go to position A, girl on top, and then you over here in the scissor position. And after you're in a relationship for a long time, and I know you've never been in a super long-term relationship like this, but when you go to bed with someone and you wake up with them and you're having sex in the exact same bed and all the time, and you run into a weird, like, point of routine. So that was her finishing move. Like, when we do that, we'd be like 30 minutes into whatever romp, and she'd go, okay, and hold the thing there and almost like get in the position. So I kind of had to, right? Like, oh, this is happening, right? You want me to climb back there? Okay. And I would. And don't get me wrong. I mean, it's fun when you're in there. I almost feel like I'm running downhill. Like, you can't, there's no maintaining rhythm. Once you start, you just kind of, it's like you have to go faster. It's like you're on a bicycle going downhill and you have to keep pedaling faster. And then it ends, pretty abruptly. It's not like something you do for long periods of time because pain and, issues and whatever. Oh, God dang you, Doug. He made the corn joke where you go in and you come out and there's something there. Like there's a piece of corn. No, I've never had corn. You creeper. I mean, I've heard the stories. I don't know if I believe people. I've heard horror stories about really bad things happening and weird things going on back there. But I will say, big ups to the young lady. We never had anything weird like that happen. But yeah, and then it was a finishing move. So she wanted it like every time we had sex, and we had sex. Well, at least at the nighttime sex, like not in the morning, because we at least had sex last thing before we went to bed and first thing in the morning. So at least 2 times a day. And I was like, oh, like it was such a nice day. We went to a picnic. You're wearing a sundress. And then, 36 minutes later, I'm in the bad place. And it was kind of weird. Like, I felt bad. I was, I guess it's her thing, so I obliged her, right? I mean, that's what you do when you're in relationships. If you like something and whatever, okay. And I'm a guy, so I'm cool to do whatever. But I didn't really, it wasn't my thing. And I think after that relationship, I've only done that, as what Doug mentions, that's why they call it cornhole. I've only done that a couple times with a couple people afterwards. So it was kind of weird. Like, that kind of ruined it for me. Freaked me out. I'm a officer and a gentleman. Somebody chimed in and said I'm such a good guy. Damn Skippy.
Idiots.
Well, I don't know. I'm big on communication. So if I'm going to do something, I'm going to ask, right? I'm not just going to, it's not like a Gone with the Wind movie where, oh, look at this and what a beautiful sunset. And, we've looked at each other a couple times and I'm going to steal a kiss. And, believe me, if we've talked enough and whatever, hey, what are we doing? And, grab your hand and be like, come here for a minute.
Prostitution.
You know it's going to be happening. It's not going to be, like, hey, look over there. Right? And I feel that's kind of, because I know guys.
That's rape.
Yeah.
What you're doing is just prostitution, because you got to pay for that. It ain't free.
What, for a kiss?
Yad.
What? Yad?
Yeah.
You just said yad. I was like, is that a new word?
Weird. Yad? Probably. I see a lot of words wrong.
Yeah, I know. That was a weird one. You just added a D. It was like rad. Yeah, it was rad with a Y.
Yeah.
And yes, Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. It's all passionate and scarlet and whatever, right? I guess I remember watching the movie like forever ago. Tumbleweeds, and it's all, passionate, and the all the music starts playing. So, yeah, I don't but yeah, I don't know. So it's kind of weird, but I know a ton of dudes, and I have guys that I'm friends with that's their thing. And hey, yeah, man, I messed with this girl last night, and it was the first time they messed around, and yeah, did this and that, and did what, flipped her over and did this, and I'm like, what? I'm like, on the first night you met her, and hey, man, you never know if you're going to get another call back. You definitely don't know if, maybe there will be a second time we hang out, or maybe there won't. So I'm going to throw everything at her but the kitchen sink. Well, how do you know if she was okay with that? Well, I don't know. I mean, some girls are somewhere. She seemed all right with it. And I'm like, that you can't just go roaming back there without asking, and he said he did it kind of quick and nimble, like was here and whoop, and just went at it. And I was like, whoa, generally you feel around in that area. And if you get your hand slapped, oh, sorry, you're not cool with that. No, not right now. That's a special occasion thing. At least but I don't want to, I don't want a creepy Gone with the Wind situation that you just jump back there and, I don't know. You have no take on it. This is the only bad thing, because speaking from experience, you're lighter on the experience side. You're only a couple years into doing this, when the rest of us have had quite a few.
Why would anyone want to go back there? That's so
you were in here talking about it, not recently. Let's not talk about your recent thing.
I don't want any,
bro. I don't want any part or any knowledge or anything of that. But
I killed too many people.
Yeah. I don't want any part of that. But you used to sit here, and you were sitting on the couch and talking to Michelle and joking around and doing whatever. And you were like, dude, that's the move. That's the thing. I'm going to try this and that. And you were like a spokesperson for it like 5 months ago. I was kind of creeped.
In a butt?
Yeah. I was kind of creeped out. Like, whoa. I was like, dude, Jesus. You're starting kind of
everything.
Yeah, but yet not doing it, right?
That's why I'm to move for half of the guys, because I'm a spokesperson for everything. That's when I become the move.
Yeah, I guess.
That's literally how I become the move.
Yeah, but then you don't do it, or you never get around to doing it. So obviously it's not that big of a move.
I tried, but it's like it hurt so much where I started to hear my own tearing. I was like, fuck that. That's so hard. And I'll
Yeah.
be ripped in quarters.
Yeah.
And I cannot have that.
Yeah. But I did tell you there are ways around it, and, you know,
Yeah, but
there are
you
ways to do it correctly.
Yeah, but you're talking about my generation doing it correctly.
Yeah, you guys.
We're screwed, so I don't even want to risk that.
Yeah, no, you would have to. Please tell me how you'd like to go about this, and have them break out like a 5-point plan. And okay, that sounds a bit more reasonable. Go ahead and hop back there, fella. Right? Like, yeah, you might want to, or just work on the communication thing, because yeah, you just don't run roughshod back there. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you've got to have. There's special things for that.
Like what?
Well, like lube and properly, working your way into that whole scenario. And yes, and look, if you're a gentleman, you get the girl to where she's already, had the big O, and she's, wow, I feel good. Like, there was a girl who joked about it, and it was kind of stupid. She joked about it. She was like, look, I could care less if you like removed one of my ribs right now. Like, I feel so good when I'm in that moment. You could drill a hole in my side and, hump away and, half bang my liver, and I'd be okay with it. Like, my whole body, I feel like I'm in another planet and whatever. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. Mine don't feel that good. You know what I mean? Mine don't feel that good. I mean, don't get me wrong. It feels good. It's the kind of the reason why I get up and, wander around the planet every day. But yeah, that's kind of the way. But there's, you've got to use something, and they've got like good, better, best, right? Like you can use a a lubricant, and then you can use like a super lubricant, and then they have some stuff that is like space aged, like they had to like kill alien babies, you know what I mean? Like they had to get space alien babies to get this weird viscosity that just about anybody could be okay with doing it. It's a real thing.
But you forgot my generation won't last that long. See behind there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're a little quick on the draw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they cop out real fast.
Yeah. Well, and I think all of us were kind of like that. I think everyone, it's 18, 19, 20. Because you asked the question a while ago, like, so does this and that get better as you get older and whatever? And like, look, as far as like, yes and woo and happy to go back there and, get after it like a rabbit, cool. You just don't last that long. Our whole goal as guys, as we're growing up, is to
lose your virginity?
No, is to figure out how to, once you start, is to how you figure out how to last longer, right? Because it's kind of a badge of honor. Like, dude, me and the girl went at it, dude. We went at it for like an hour last night. And there's other people, as you know, Doug's saying he's 71, and yep, so he's still getting after it. He's a very, very healthy 71. I bet you Doug's still getting after it. No? My granddad was when he was 71. I don't know if cousin Michael still chimed in, but yeah, my granddaddy. I remember the creepy conversation that I overheard. That Jesus, I mean, it's great, and I'm glad that he still, does whatever. But man, that man's wearing me out. And I was like, oh, cool. So I can do this well into like my 70s. I can still, and I guess with my hyper, sex drive, that, in a perfect world, it would be morning, noon, and night, and worst case scenario, because of jobs and whatever, at least first thing in the morning and last thing at night. So I guess as
but you haven't done anything in days. You're the one that's being asexual.
I really am. I told you I put my penis on the shelf. I need to make a break from the girls that I was messing with and all the stuff I was doing, and then having those crazy dogs. Like, I haven't had a minute to shuck the corn. I mean, I did today. I cleared the pipes. I put some. I got the poison out today, which makes me feel much better. I mean, I feel a lot better than I had up until, because, dude, having that dog in the house and dealing with both dogs and making sure one can go in, one can go out, they're not fighting, all this stuff in the effort to rehome this dog that, what are you going to do? Oh, you want the dog? I'll send, dude, Doug, I will get in my car and drive her to Texas.
Do not be that guy.
What?
Don't take her to Texas.
Why? What's
She'll
wrong with
never
Texas?
Come back. Scoop will be heartbroken, and like for real heartbroken this time. watching?
He'll be fine. Like, look, dude, I want him to forget that ever happened.
You don't want them to breed?
Not. I mean, yes and no, but here's the deal. I need my house back. I need to be able to jerk off on occasion.
Just go jerk off in your room.
I can't. The dogs are yelping and barking, and
Just
those
let
two
them
are.
yelp for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It kind of takes you out of the mood. I mean, I've had girls make a lot of weird noises. Never had, and maybe the foxtail girls make yelps and stuff, but I've yet
I was
to.
gonna say, they're the real horny. They're the real horny creatures.
Oh, he
I'm
wasn't.
so serious.
He
like,
wasn't-
they're the freaky.
He
ones.
wasn't talking about the dog going to Texas. He said send you to Texas.
Why me?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to hang out with you
Why?
because you're bizarre, and nobody.
What about me is bizarre?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything. Everything about you is crazy.
I've not done one thing.
You said you're a proponent for everything. That's why you're the move. Blah,
I am
blah,
the
blah.
move. That is why I'm the move.
No, you're not. You are not the move. If you did everything you say or whatever, you would totally be the move.
Hell no.
But yes, you
That's how
you
rape
talk
ends up happening.
you talk all that. You talk all that. So you're the pretend move.
No, I believe.
You're the conversation move.
No, I believe in that, and because I believe in that, think about it. At the end of the day, what is your main goal? To get laid. Would you? Well, isn't it true that you would say like? You said before, it's not your looks that get you to ladies.
Yeah, no, I'm not a handsome
But
dude.
the
Look
moment
at
you
me.
start talking,
Yeah, that's my thing.
and that's my thing, and it works in my favor. It really works in my favor. Like, that's incredible how it works in my favor. I thought I would at least mess up or something, but no, it still works in my favor.
Oh yeah, no, it'll get you there. But if the dude like, oh yeah, dude, I think everyone should, and it's great, and whatever, and then you get and you don't end up doing whatever. Some guys will be pacified with that for a certain amount of time, and then other ones will, yeah, you were just kidding. We've been
No,
tricked
I
before.
don't care. Like, if you do want, like, this is what my thing is about sex. Like, if you do want to come on me, okay, do your thing. Like, we're already doing it anyway. So it's like, how's that gonna make a difference?
Those are the sweetest words
like,
like
how's
ever.
that gonna make a difference? Like, I can go shower or something. Like, it's not the end of the world. You got come on me. I'm not gonna die.
God dang it, Doug, this one's a winner. That's right. No, but
And that's why I'm the move.
that's why. Yeah. Well, no, that's a thing. But I guess if you're selling, any other ideal, then, and then not doing it. But that's a good one though. Yeah, you picked a good one. That is a good one. But
What you mean? The one about girls? No, now I'm just being greedy.
yeah, being greedy, but then not going through with it, or then where you were talking about the bad place stuff, whatever. I was like, Jesus, like you even had. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is, dude? She's down for anything. Like she's over there, like carrying a flag, like do it, do it in the back, and I was like, oh my God, you're starting out
Bro,
really.
I'm pro backbone.
Yeah, well, and who knows? With you being as kooky and like as you are, that if you do and it's ever done right and whatever, you may actually like dig it, and just do yourself a favor. Just don't do it all the time. I think it's off-putting. I don't know. Maybe some other people, if that's their thing, then that's cool.
Of
But
course it'll be off-putting because it'll be all stretched out and it won't have that succubus thing to
Yeah.
where once you go in, all you're gonna do is fall out. It
yeah,
won't
it's,
even
you got to
suck
have
you
the
back.
you've got to have the suction on both sides. But yeah, it's a really weird thing. Like all I could think of was like, oh my God, if I stay with this chick, she's gonna be using a colostomy bag by the time she's like 35. You know what I mean? Like, I know you dig this, but I should probably tell you should take a break on occasion. This is very weird. And I guess some guys, and another thing, like, we had talked about, I don't know if I talked about it with you, but every guy claims they want to be with, being bisexual doubles your chances for a date. That is true.
That is true.
Dude,
Why do you think I did that?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Doug gets it. He understands. He's like, and that's why we don't hate on women mostly. We just think it's rude that, we're trying to get with you. We're doing everything we possibly can. Oh my God, look at that chick. She's hot. No, not as pretty as you. yeah, well, she's close. I'm gonna go kick it with her. I'll holler at you tomorrow. And you're like balls, and now you're sitting at home trying to beat off while you got two dogs, yelping, and you're got an animal farm going on at your house. And you can't even finish.
Yeah, one of my friends brought that up to me. They're like, Oli, I will for real fight you because this is just ridiculous. You are not about to start messing with the guys and then go messing with the girls. But what if I don't want any of the guys? What if I just want the girl? He's like, if anything, you're probably just being a dick and want my girl. Oh, yeah. I'm that guy.
Oh, you guys are cock blockers to no end. Because after a certain amount of drinks, you guys make bad decisions. And then after a certain amount of drinks, you don't care about anyone. You don't care if that's your boy's chick, if that's whatever.
really
Like, sorry. Sorry, you're out of luck tonight, partner. I'll say I'm sorry, I guess, maybe tomorrow. But, yeah. I've been C-blocked by ladies. It's not good. I'm really, or they'll go and be friends with them. Like,
oh my
they're
God,
all buddy
I
buddy.
love doing that.
And I'm like, no, get away. I'm trying to, because you have to do the divide and conquer. If you're with, like, if there's a party and let's say there's 10 people here and, or even it's, two couples, even though you're not couples, right? It's you and your buddy and you and you and your chick and you're hanging out. I can't even say this about you because you guys will do it right there in front of God and everybody. But the way it used to be, right? Like up until like last year when I met you, it was still a rule that you have to divide and conquer. Like, hey, come here, let me show you this in here. And if you get her in the other room, hey, boom, 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 you can, that's when things happen, right? Because you allow those two to be alone and you allow you two to be alone. And you're not dealing with I don't want to do this in front. Because a girl could always lie and be like, no, we didn't do anything. We just talked to her. We kissed. Meanwhile, she's blowing him at the dishwasher, right? Like, you've got to divide and conquer to get the optimal amount of freakiness out of somebody, but not according to you and whatever group of people you run around. Because you'll be like, hey, watch this. And then there you go. And which would be cool if I was just there chilling. Like, oh, that's neat. I'll pop some popcorn. I'll watch. I don't care, right? But yeah, if I was trying to, or maybe I just dated really prudish women in the past, like it's a thing.
Technically, I am doing the girl a favor. Don't get me wrong, I don't give a crap about the girl. I just do it to, one, piss off my friends. Because, first of all, they would pick the hottest girl in the room. And I would tell them, she's out of your league, dude. You cannot get this chick. If you do get this chick, I'm going to cock block you. Because you don't deserve this chick. You don't deserve the chick. They're like, the girls are like a 10. They're like a 5. You do not deserve this chick. Like, yes, I am going to go cock block.
Yeah, that's just mean, man. There's guy rules where you're a wingman or a wing chick and, you try and help the other person out. You know what I mean? Like, help them out in their pursuit of whatever they're trying to do. That's just mean. Like, you and I would not be friends after that. You do that.
I help them, but it's like at the same time, they have girlfriends. Like, if you want to go cheat, go do that. But at the same time, you and me are going to be competing.
Okay, well, yeah, you break out the cheating and everything else into it. That takes it, takes
like
it to
I
a
told
different
him,
realm.
if he wants the chick, you can have her. You just got to compete with me for her. Because I would just go over there. Because we were all hanging out at my friend's house. He was talking to his girl. I just came over there. I started hugging her and just laying on her. He was like, you bitch.
Yeah.
And of course, the girl is comfortable because it's another girl. So she's really comfortable and fine with it. And plus, a lot of the girls know me anyway, and they all know I'm joking.
Yeah,
they think
I guess.
I'm joking, so it's fine.
Yeah, which we kind of know the joking. But see, I thought, back in the day, it was funny where girls, like everyone got excited when, girls, hey, why don't you two kiss and do whatever, right? And everyone would get all excited. And they weren't going to do anything more, but after a few wine coolers or whatever stupid drinks,
girls will actually go pretty far.
Yeah, but, that was a thing. But now you assume that if a girl's doing whatever, like, oh, balls, yep, there they go, they're going to do it, So the fact that you're still faking, you're kicking it kind of old school. So you're doing the lay and the flirtatious and all this stuff, and all you're doing is C-blocking your people. Dude, I'll tell you what, if I had a guy that did that, I'd be like, yeah, we're not hanging. I'm like, you're still my dude. I'm not that mad at you, but you're not going out with me. You don't understand the rules. If you met a chick and you were talking to her, I would try and make you sound cool or this or that or, see if she had a friend. I would do anything I could to help you. Tonight's your night, bro. You got this. So I'm going to go ahead and help you along your path, and let me see if I can't, like, she's got to have a friend, right? Where's her friend? Blah, blah, blah. Let me try and do anything. After I get you set and make you sound cool and, hey, tell her about this or that, or, dude, he's a really good guy, man. He's great. Dude, have you told her about this and this and blah, blah, blah? Give your buddy there you go, pal, right? And then go about your business. But to just go and, like, jack with him and cockblock, that'd be the last time I'd be like, yeah, sorry, bro.
No,
Not
they
hanging out
told
with
me
you.
that, but then the girls would always keep texting them. They're like, hey, are you hanging out with us? And are you bringing Aaliyah? They're like, Aaliyah, you have to come with us so we can get laid. I'm not going nowhere. They're skanks. And I told them that. They're like, but what happened? You were laying on them. I don't care. They're skanks. And their vaginas smell like cheese.
Wow. and on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So there's a possibility as you get into vajayjay smelling like weird dairy products, and I get freaked out, and I won't be able to handle my own business tonight.
Oh my god, like the story from last time.
Like the story from last time. That almost, I mean, other than the dogs,
that killed people.
that took me out of commission for a couple days. But like I said, I'm back on track, so I'm not going to let you cockblock me hanging out with me later. So on that note, Facebook Live, The Bachelor Pad Radio, thanks for chiming in. Doug, you're a gem, sir. You're an officer and a gentleman. Feel free, and I'll be up later, Doug. Feel free and chime in, or I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Call Matt out for not showing up.
I ain't even talking to Matt. He's already asleep. He already had his sleepy time tea. Screw Matt. And hopefully, Nick will get a new job to where he can actually pop in, because he's Matt Jr. That's what he's going to be called, as Matt Jr. We got Matt from Redford, and we got Matt Jr. This is the Bachelor Pad Radio, signing off.